Welcome to our monthly interviews, 5 Minutes With, organized by ants. Today we have doctoral candidate Marjo Juola. Hello, Marjo.
Hello.
So, you're right in the midst of your doctoral studies.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about your research project?
Okay, I'm a part of this Kone Foundation funded project called Smokestack Memories, led by Tiina Äikes. And I'm doing my PhD in that project. And my focus in my PhD is like afterlife of abandonment, especially abandoned industrial buildings or areas.
Yeah, and today you brought some pictures with you as well. Can you tell us what these are about?
Well, this is the former Toppila pulp mill silo, and in my first article, I will be focusing on the silo and its life cycle, because the silo has been abandoned a few times. So, and now it has these new owners, the Factum Foundation. So we'll see what's happening to the silo in the future.
Yeah, and the second picture?
Yes, and I'm not sure how well you can see it, but there's this mother pigeon hatching. And while I was visiting the silo for the first time, there was this huge pigeon colony that was living in the silo, and she was one of the birds, the pigeons I saw there.
Wonderful. Yeah. And so in the research, out of curiosity, was there a moment that really kind of told you this is what you need to be looking at?
Yes, because I've had the opportunity to visit the silo 3 times for now. And the first time I visited there, the silo was inhabited by these pigeons. And the second time, the new owner had cleaned the place, so no more pigeons, and everything was very sterile and clean and stuff like that. And the third time, there was this huge entourage because of the people from the city of Oulu and the new owners, and me and some other scholars also, and the person who was in charge of this happening or gathering. He was very upset that the pigeons were back. Yeah. So after the cleaning, the pigeons have found their way to the silo again, and that was for me this very moment that I thought that, okay, so these birds are still wanted to come to the silo, and it's very interesting how they these birds want to stay there, even though people are now doing things in there also.
Yeah, yeah. And you're really looking at the core of the program as well, these relationships between humans and the environment. So
yes,
can you maybe make those connections with biodiverse Anthropocenes a little clearer in your project?
Yes, because these abandoned buildings, abandoned by people, they usually have afterlife where other species take over these places. So it's very interesting to see what kind of environment these multi-species encounters happened, and in that way I think it's something that maybe not everybody is thinking that if you say that something is abandoned, it doesn't mean that it's empty, because other life forms can take over. So this multi-species encounters is also something that I'm interested in.
Yeah, and certainly speaks about also this desire to control the environment and what happens in it as well.
Yes.
Yeah, and maybe one last question about how does your project then speaks to the biggest challenge that the world is facing at the moment?
Of course, this climate change and ongoing wars around the world affect also to the urban environments and this infrastructures and economy, and also lots of these industrial places have been left abandoned again, and people try to think the reuse of these places, what to do with them, whether tear them down or build new apartments for that area, or then try to think something completely different for those places. So I think especially in Oulu there are very many these new housing projects that are around these former industrial places, like in Toppila area. Lots of new housing projects are going on. So I think that's something that is the future, or can be seen in the future more and more.
Yeah, definitely worth investigating more.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, thank you so much for sharing your project. And thanks everyone for being with us. See you next month.